Hi everybody, this is your instructor, Erin Fujinami. If you're seeing this lecture, hopefully, well, let me get to the right screen. Hopefully that means that you already gotten emails from me and you have gotten started on getting used to Canvas, finding our courses on Canvas, and then getting started on the first couple of assignments possibly. This lecture is going to help you just have a brief intro to Canvas and also help you understand where you can go for more information and to get more help with Canvas. So what the screen that I'm at right now is my dashboard. You have a dashboard when you first log into Canvas. This should be similar to what you see, except that instead of having a bunch of English related stuff here like I do, you'll have all of your different classes listed here. Okay, so sorry if you can hear my dogs barking in the background. They like to wait until I'm recording and then they start barking. So I'm going to go into just any one of my courses because they look the same in terms of Canvas, no matter which type of English class you're in. So let's say that you're in English 5A, then the first module that you're going to see here is Welcome to English 5A. However, if you're in a different English class, it doesn't matter because all of my setup is the same. So all of this is going to look the same for you, and the modules will even look the same. The only difference is that if you're in English 10 or 160 or whatever else, it'll just say that here. And then you'll have, your syllabus and that kind of thing. So first of all, let's talk about modules. So you should have modules as your home screen. Right when you click into our class on Canvas, you should see modules, which look like this. So right now, you should see the Welcome to English Start Here module. And modules are just how I organize the course. You'll see that each module is kind of like an online folder. It's just a way of organizing information so that you know where everything is for the week. So for week 1, you should be exploring this module here, and then you should also be looking at your week 1 readings and assignments. So that's modules. And as we move through the different weeks, I typically will take the previous week and move it all the way down to the bottom. So you'll be seeing whichever week we're currently on up at the top. I do my best to make sure that happens so it's not confusing for you. This welcome module will stay here for the rest of the semester, so you can get used to seeing that there. It gives you easy access to the syllabus, easy access to help with Canvas, and also to your groups. So this is the modules tab. That's where we're at right now. This is really one of the only tabs that you need to use for our class because everything is in the modules for you. So each week you should go into our class. It'll bring you to the modules page, and you should start by clicking on the schedule. So when I click on this schedule, and remember that it will look different depending on which class you're in, but the setup is the same. It's always a schedule right at the top of the module that tells you what you're doing for the week. So it'll have the week and the dates right here. So this is for week 1. It'll tell you what you need to read and which lectures you need to watch, and then it'll have some reminders over here for you. So always start with looking at the schedule. I like for you guys to look at that before the week starts, but I understand that you can't always do that. But try to get into the habit of looking at the schedule, maybe on a Sunday, just so you know what's coming up in the following week. So once I've clicked on something in the module, I have a couple of options for how to get to where I need to go next. I can click back to modules and then scroll back down, and I know I've looked at that. So now I can look at, okay, I need to read this stuff. So this is the syllabus and the schedule. If you just watched or you have watched the syllabus overview, then you'll already know what's going on in the syllabus and you might not need to read it again. But if you need to get to it for any reason, it's there. Also, I can kind of scroll through here and look at the next thing to do, which is lectures to watch. So each week you'll have your readings listed here, and then you'll have your lectures listed. If I click on week 1 lectures, it's going to open the lectures that I need to watch for that week. So you can just click right on the link there and it'll take you to the syllabus overview. After I publish this lecture that I'm recording right now, then when you click on this link, it'll take you to this lecture. And again, I can go back to modules. And then I've watched my lectures, I've done my readings. So now I'm ready to move on to my discussions. So I'll click on the discussion. So for every discussion, you'll have directions like this that'll tell you exactly what you need to do. So for this one, it's just an introduction. So you need to do a few things to just help us get to know you. And the way that you're going to do that is you click reply right here, and that allows you to type in your answer. So I'll click reply. So that allows you to type in your answer, right? So, hi, I'm Erin, blah, 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 blah. So I'll go on and do the rest of my assignment. And then what I need to make sure that I do after I'm done typing is click right here where it says post reply. Until you've typed everything that you need in there and clicked post reply, it's just a draft and nobody else can see it but you. So I'm going to cancel that. I've already done my introduction, so I told you guys some things about myself. I posted lots of pictures of there's myself and my husband being silly in the backyard. My cat, this is generally the view that I get when I am working on stuff instead of petting her. One of my chickens, I have chickens, they have lots of personality, they're fun. This is one of my dogs, Emma. She likes to chew on giant logs like that one. And this is just a picture of kind of daily life in my house. My kids are home being homeschooled right now, so I am working. There's my laptop, and then also trying to help them and teach them and manage them. There's, their setup. So you can go through and read. Obviously, I'd love you to read about me so that you get to know me. I will be going and reading all of yours. But I'd also like you for this one to go ahead and read through your peers, especially the people in your group. And then if you want to say something to a specific person, you can click reply, type in your answer, hi group mate, and then post reply. And that way you can respond to your specific group mates if you would like to. And I definitely encourage you to do that. So that's discussions. This is our first discussion. Remember that you'll have discussions due twice a week on Wednesdays and Fridays. So get into the habit of, planning to have done your readings and watched your lectures by Wednesday and then again by Friday so that you're prepared for those discussions. These are the things that you turn in. So this is all of the prep work, and then this is the stuff that you turn in at the middle and the end of the week. You'll also see here that this is quiz 1. So remember that this is an extra credit quiz and it's not timed. This is just about the syllabus and Canvas basics. You can definitely use your notes and chat with your group while you're taking the quiz so that you can collaborate and help each other do well on it. One important thing to note about quizzes is that it tells you all of this information at the beginning. So you'll know how many points it's worth. Since this is extra credit, it's not worth any, and I have to go in and manually assign you the points. It will also tell you when it is available until, so you should see the due date and then when it's available. Since I don't accept late work, the due date and when something is available until are the same because your assignments just sort of disappear after they're due. So make sure that you do your things early. This quiz isn't timed, but your future quizzes and exams will be, and it will tell you the time limit here so that you can plan accordingly. So I'm going to click back to modules. So I'm going back to our kind of home page. And that's all of week 1. So those are modules. You can see your different readings and lectures and discussions and quizzes in each module. I'll be posting more and more modules in the next few days here. Another important thing that I wanted to show you on Canvas is grades. I do my very best to grade stuff quickly, and I have a pretty quick turnaround. So you should always know where you stand in terms of your grades. I'm opening the grade book because it's empty, so nobody can see any of your grades. But you can see your name, and then you'll have a grade for each of these assignments, and then you can see your total in the class. So you should always know where you stand in the class, and if there's ever something where your grade is starting to go down, for instance, and you're getting concerned, talk to me early so that you can find out what you need to do differently to earn full credit on those assignments if you're not earning full credit already. So I'm going to go back to our course. I'm going to stick with 5A since that's where I started. So that's where you're going to go for your grades. Another important tab that you should be aware of is the People tab. So if you would like to reach your group, you can reach your groups here by going to People and clicking on Groups. And then it will show you your groups, right? So all of them are listed here for me, and I could go and find my name and then go contact my group that way. So you can talk to your groups by typing in their names into a message, which brings us to inbox. This is Canvas's version of like email. So you have your My Fresno State email, which is great, but you can also reach each other via Canvas, and you can reach me this way as well. So if I wanted to start a new message, then I would click and then select my course. So we're going to go with 5A. And then if I have, like my group members' names, for instance, I can type them in there, or I can click on, all teachers or all students or everybody. And then I can also write my subject here, type my message, and then click send. So that's how you would be able to email each other. So I'm going to go back to courses, back to 5A, and then we're back at our home page. So those are really the biggest sort of tabs that you need to be aware of with Canvas. You can also look at your calendar here, and it will tell you when different things are due. So if you click on calendar, you can see that you have different reminders, and so you've got all kinds of different stuff on mine because I'm managing lots of courses. But for you, it might be a little bit less, right? And then you can choose which calendars you're looking at. So for instance, let's say I only want to know what I need to do in English 5A. Then I can choose to make sure, I can choose to make sure that I'm only looking at that one. So there's lots of stuff that you can sort of do in Canvas to change things around and to, like, you can color code your different classes. So lots of cool tools that you could choose to play around with. Canvas also has an app. So if you don't already have the Canvas app, you might want to download that. It's a cool app. It does a lot of what a regular, computer version of Canvas would do. But there are some limitations. So sometimes if something's not working on the app, try getting to it on a desktop if you're able to, or a laptop, and sometimes that helps. Okay, let's see what else we need to go over. Canvas issues. If you're having a problem with Canvas, like for example, something isn't showing up where it's supposed to, or you don't know how to do something, you can click on this help button right here. And there are lots of different options that you can do. So you can search the Canvas guides. If you click on this, it will help you. It will give you sort of an option to type stuff in. So let me show you what that looks like. So let's say I need to figure out how to post a discussion. So it will go with your whatever search terms you typed in, and then it has all kinds of different stuff where it's got different guides and things like that. So how do I reply to a discussion as a student? And I would click on this, and it's going to give me all of the information I need to and a step-by-step guide that's going to show me how to navigate discussions, right? So this is a really handy tool. Please make sure that you use that when you get stuck. There's also a student orientation, so you can click through and go through this student orientation if Canvas is really new to you, and I definitely recommend doing that. If you would like to ask me a question this way, you can. It basically just sends me an email. And then you can also access the Fresno State Service Desk. You can report a problem. So if there's something going wrong with Canvas, let them know. And then there's all kinds of other stuff here, like Ask the Community, so you can post your own question. If you have a question and you can't find it on the guide, you can post your own. So lots of good, helpful resources there. I've also collected some helpful tips in terms of stuff that we tend to use a lot in our classes. And all of my English courses have a Help with Canvas page. So you've got lots of different tutorials like how do I use Canvas? How do I use it on my phone? How do I figure out what's due? What's a module? So all of that good stuff is all here for you. Along with a link to tutoring and to my Fresno State, so you know how to log on to things and get help when you need it. Okay, let's go back to the home page. All right, so I think that's everything. One more thing that I did want to show you is how to get to your groups. So on Canvas, you can look at all of the different things that are here. This is a really good page that tells you all of the information that you need and how to get started in class. This is the syllabus. These are all of those Help with Canvas links, and then these are your groups. So I've put everybody into groups for the semester and asked you all to get in touch. So you can just scroll through and see where your name is, find your name, and then contact your groups that way. It's another way to access your groups. Okay. So if you need help, have questions, first of all, start with those Canvas tutorials, start with the help page, and then if you can't get help there, start next, go to your group and see if your group can help you out. But if all else fails, you can always ask me for help as well, and I might be able to help you out. Worst case scenario, if it's a Canvas problem, then you know that you can reach Canvas help with this link right here. All right, I will be back with more lectures. In the meantime,